Okay, so this is a regular meeting of the Arts and Culture Commission. Today is December 21st, 2017. Madam Recording Secretary, please take roll.
Commissioner Orozco.
Here.
Commissioner Garcia.
Here.
Commissioner Cha.
Here.
Commissioner Peña.
Here.
And Commissioner Mike McGee is called to let us know that he will not be available today to come in. And Commissioner Maritza Rubio also called.
All right. Well, seeing a quorum, this meeting is officially called to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. So this is the time for an introduction to a new member of the staff. Please join us in welcoming Ms. Tram Lee, the new Arts and Culture Specialist to the City of Santa Ana. Do any members want to give a personal greeting, or would staff like to make a presentation, or not? How would we?
I did almost prepare a PowerPoint presentation. And some handouts, but
I'll just make a couple, quick comments. These mics work so well. I'm going to talk and then I'm going to hear it. It's like one of the Godzilla movies. I think many of you know that arts and culture is now being switched to economic development. And so this is your new team, and we're the support for the commission in the upcoming year. We decided to keep the agenda pretty light for today because of the holidays. And, after an extensive recruitment for the arts and culture specialist, Tram came in on top. And, she's been great for the first week. I've looked at her calendar and I've seen, oh my God, you have so many meetings scheduled already. But if you wanted to kind of give a little bit about your background and where you've been, and Tram Lee.
thank you. Thank you for being so responsive and meeting. It was lovely meeting Rosa and Boja. And I actually am very energized, very excited about the different possibilities after talking to you, and just being part of this master plan. I mean, I can see it in my head. It's always spinning, and that's why meeting people was just top of my list to get to know everybody. But a little bit about me, about my education. I was a business major specializing in marketing at Cal State Northridge. Then I got my arts administration certificate from NYU, and then finally my master's in Asian American Studies from UCLA. But my journey in the arts started when I founded a theater troupe in college called Club of Noodles, and it was a Vietnamese American comedy theater troupe that toured around the country, and it was super cool. And that's where I saw how the arts really affected and impacted communities, and people who participated in it, and it really transformed them, including myself. So that was my first, real experience with that kept me going. I also co-founded a Vietnamese International Film Festival that has been presented around Orange County, mainly UCI and Anaheim. And I've also curated multi-art shows that include all kinds of arts, including visual, installations, performance, music, literature, all of that, all in one exhibition. And as an educator, I taught in El Monte High School Unified School District, as well as college level is UCLA and UC Irvine. And I was also a former business owner. I own 2 nail salons in upstate New York. Oh. So yes, all my life's journey has led me to this job. and that's why I connect very much with all the different components, all the stakeholders in this community.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's it?
Welcome. We're very excited to be able to move forward. We've been kind of in a holding pattern, and now it's like we have a jet engine.
Yes.
And it's really exciting to have you on board.
Thank you. I'm ready to take off. As like Mark said, hit the ground running. So I hope it's not too ambitious, though. But
Awesome. Well, I think we only have a couple of items right on our agenda today. We're keeping it real light. Items 1 and 2, one is approval of the minutes, and the second is approval of excused absences. So if everyone's okay,
I'll make a motion to do the consent calendar.
thank you. I'll make a second. Can I second? That's the chair? Okay, awesome. Then I'll second it. All in favor of accepting the minutes?
Aye.
Okay. So it looks like we have unanimous acceptance of these two items, and we are now moving on to public comments. Do we have any public comments? All right, we have public comment over here. Do we need a slip or anything, or just self-identify?
Oh.
Stand at the at the microphone so we can record you, or you can use this one over here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Okay, I guess this is good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is this on? Is this on? All right, well,
We are.
I want to, here's a mic over here.
Yeah, but it's a little dodgy. It's a
Okay,
little
all right.
dodgy, yeah.
I want to congratulate you on a successful 2017. This has been an amazing year. Some ups and downs, but I'm really excited about Miss Lee's joining the team and going and working with Gabby again in the arts here. You've got a really amazing crew, and looking forward to a lot of opportunities in the new year. And as prior, I want to remind you that I offer my services as a resident of the city and also as a leader of an organization in the city on projects, writing grants, working with other organizations, etc. And looking forward to implementing the master plan and getting the committee back together. There are a lot of people that really are interested in serving the city, and as you mentioned, people who are willing to work for free for the betterment of the community. So again, have season's greetings and look forward to working with you all next year.
Thank you, Mr. Payan. He's talking about the steering committee, and now we have staff comments.
We just look forward to working with you guys in 2018. Definitely to develop the agenda. We want to know, what is important to you guys. So we're going to work with you developing the agenda. It's not just going to be, here's staff. We're going to provide an update, but without feedback from you guys. So definitely looking forward to it. We're very open. Any ideas, run them by us. If you have initiatives that you're thinking about, you'll talk to Tram about them, and we'll see how feasible they are and how we can implement that. So we're here for you guys, and looking forward to get things started. So
Awesome, thank you, Mark. And commission member comments, Lissandra.
Welcome aboard. Where did you live prior to Orange County or Southern California? You said New York was.
No, I was there for 5 years.
Oh, 5 years.
But I grew up. Well, I was born in Vietnam, but I grew up in Southern California and actually lived in LA for a large part of my life.
Okay.
And then our family moved to El Monte in San Gabriel Valley, and then finally now I live in Anaheim.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Commissioner.
Are you bilingual or trilingual?
Yes, I am. I speak Vietnamese fluently
Nice.
and English. Yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome. We're
Yeah.
excited to have you on board.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Mhm.
Glad to have you on board. Really looking forward to working with you, and I will read your email and I will respond.
I understand holidays.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
In terms of, I guess, comments, I'm just wondering, we had started a subcommittee to kind of create some plan for creating the infrastructure for implementing the master plan. So I'm just kind of wondering where that is heading, or if we're not going to be doing that anymore, because we had done a little bit of work with Jorge, kind of creating and identifying community partners and even within the city and whatnot. So I think that so I'm just kind of wondering, like, for the next year, how we're going to actually start moving towards getting this like really off the ground.
And I think we'll continue with the subcommittees. The one that I attended, it sounded like a lot of good stuff was going to come out of that. Probably the first, agenda item for the new year will be to discuss, the agenda for the entire year and what initiatives we want to do, what's important to each of you, and then we'll move from there. So kind of how are we going to implement the master plan? Who are those important stakeholders involved in the plan? I know we had the committee, the steering committee, wanting to invite them back. That was something that we talked about as well for the next meeting, inviting them back to meet TRAM, maybe have something a little nicer than a couple cookies. I'm just kidding, Gabby. No, that was but no, I'm just kidding. And then bringing them back into the process, because anytime you're part of a process and it's kind of taken a couple years, some of those members might have fallen out of touch. So it's just to replug them back in, let them know that, hey, we're here, we're going to be doing things. Can we get your involvement? So bringing those people back to the table, I think, will be important. So yeah, we're going to continue the subcommittees.
I sent a couple of contacts to Jorge. Did you receive that?
I haven't, but I'll talk to him.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then, okay, so I just wanted to make sure that didn't fall through the cracks. And then I think there was some news article that kind of I ran across. And there's a group called Preserve Orange County. It's like a historic, preservation group, like just ragtag group of volunteers, I think. And they're from all over. I was looking at their board of directors: Aliso Viejo, Mission Viejo, Irvine, Orange, Newport, Foothill Ranch. Tim Rush is on it, Santa Ana Business, Santa Ana. So I think that they are, if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to preserve, like historic, homes or, whatever, like all around the county. And so I thought maybe if we're looking for, because we're the Arts and Culture Commission of Santa Ana, but Santa Ana is also like downtown Santa Ana is like downtown OC. So I was just trying to see if maybe that might be a group that could potentially help be our little octopus tentacles into the county.
What's the name of that?
PreserveOrangeCounty.org. I don't know if anybody knows of this organization. I just I came across
And we can
it.
do some research to see
Yeah.
who's the head and kind of reach out to them, see what they do.
I know during the master plan, we had a convening with a county preservation group that was semi-active, and I don't know who that group was, but maybe it's in the notes.
Okay, we can
in
figure
Kelly's
out what it
notes.
was.
So they were doing things at the county level, and they used to do, they used to raise money for metal, signs, kind of monuments, but then they would start to get stolen, so they stopped. But I was speaking with Tram about the need to have some kind of, signage or like little information, like self-guided walks, because we have so many historic sites, everything from the old Chinatown to the first theater in Orange County, and, so many people that have actually been present here. So that would be maybe collaborating with a group like this, something like that, that's like, commemorates our multicultural history in the city, I think would be a very competitive grant for like a lot of different places. So that would be, I think, a really good low-hanging fruit, because I know a lot of people could get behind, actually having informational kiosks throughout the downtown that people could walk to and can commemorate
Or just a
our
website.
history, a website, but also just for people, because then you can get Latino Health Access on board, because they want physical markers to make walking more interesting, so they can get more people walking. But it would be good to have an app or a website to, for self-guided tour would be great too. So yeah, that would be a really
Yeah.
good way to
I think-
connect with them and see what resources they
I
have.
think
too.
this group is different from the one that you're talking about. I think it's like the Historic Preservation Society of Orange County or something
that's
like
what it
that.
was.
I think it's a little bit, it's different. So there might be two groups then.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, and for me, I'm just really happy to be more actively involved with economic development, because I think that given our placement here in Southern California with so many huge art and design and technology design industries, it would be great to brainstorm with everyone how we can tap into those, those potentials for, bringing in more revenue, for bringing our workforce up into the 21st century, and with connecting our population, our residents, our youth with jobs that would actually keep them here, that are more than, these limited service industry jobs. So that's really exciting. Just a basic housekeeping. I was contacted this last month or these last couple months by one of the artists on the bathroom project, the
Yes.
bathroom mural project. I believe it was, is it Zunica, the one that did the Buddha? I forget.
No.
No, that's Barrera. Barrera did the Buddha.
It's
Kimberly Duran did Frida.
Kimberly Duran, that's the one. Kimberly Duran reached out to me. She said some staff had contacted her, or there was some conversation about some of the pieces being lit or lighting being ordered for some of the pieces, and she thought that her piece was not going to be lit. So I just wanted staff to follow up on that.
Oh yeah, we're working on that. Actually, there's not the lighting that she's talking about is actually the actual lighting that's for the bathroom. Just the light, just so you can find the door.
Oh, okay.
It's not special lighting. Nobody gets special lighting, but because that point has been brought up, we are looking into pricing to light all the artworks.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
so right now
I
it's
wasn't
just
sure,
yeah.
and I wasn't sure if there was a confusion, and so I just
Yeah.
wanted to get some clarification.
Yes, no.
Thank you for following up on that. Also, there's another year's housekeeping thing. I think maybe 6 months ago, Councilmember Sarmiento sent us an email to connect with somebody, myself and Lissandro, and I think we asked staff to do an initial meeting and let us know so that we could meet with them. But I don't know where that is. So it's probably in an email. Do you remember?
What is this
Do
regarding?
you know who that was? The person?
I'll find out.
Okay,
I'll
send it to us.
I'll bring that up. But I know that I think I was willing to meet with them. I think you recommended staff to meet with them, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I can look in the emails and then see if I can find
So
out.
Okay.
that's a-
Yeah,
yeah.
we'd be happy to meet with
I'm
them.
just not sure if the meeting ever happened or
Okay.
and I don't want to drop the ball with that.
Okay.
Okay, and then
I actually did have a question.
yes.
Yeah, so how is the Wings of the City, like,
Yes.
how is that, like, being received? I know that
Yeah.
there was going to be some collaboration with Santa Ana Unified and
Yes.
the kids. I'm
We're-
just kind of curious about that.
We're working with the Mexican consulate to plan, and Santa Ana Unified School District, and Downtown Inc., and the Small Business Association, the one with the Madeline.
SABC.
Santa Ana Business Council, to create one activity per month around these wings. So that's happening.
Okay. Also, related to wings, on the website, because we have wings on the front page of the city website. There's supposed to be a click through to our commission activities, and there's supposed to be a little blurb that says, that Wings of the City was brought in partnership or with the Arts Commission. And there should be something that says, if you want to become more involved with your
Yeah.
art commission, they meet on this day at this time.
Yeah,
These
okay.
are the grants. When is the grants are coming up, right? They're going to be released kind of soon.
Yes, I'm thinking usually they release March.
March. Okay.
Yeah, 1st of March. So I'm working towards that.
And they're due like in May, more or less.
Something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I do have it written down here from last year.
Yeah.
Last year we did, March apps open. Then there's 2 info sessions on the 16th and on the 30th of March. And then apps are due by May 1st. And then by June 15th, funding recommendations are due. And then July 5th, City Council approves.
Oh,
that
that's
was
wonderful.
last year's schedule. So I'm thinking probably very similar, except we might add in according to Pocha's recommendation, which you did do 2 years ago or so, is to have a grant writing workshop for a lot of these artists that are not familiar, or how to write a strong grant.
Awesome. That's
So we'll be reaching out to Linda Vallejo.
Oh,
to-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you her information. Yeah, some artists
Thank
have
you.
already started approaching me. So
Okay.
that's a great sign that artists are already anticipating
Yes.
applying for the grant.
Yes.
And the city's going through a citywide redesign of its entire city website. So if you guys have suggestions about what should be added to the Arts and Culture Commission page, just let me know, because this is a good opportunity to kind of beef up that page. So
Okay. Thank you, Mark. And then just my last comment, that I think I commented maybe back in September. It was a while back ago. It's just that since we're going into a new year, if we could start, I don't know if we're going to have it for January, but definitely for February, if we could have some kind of a budget so we can know where we're at, if we have a surplus. So, maybe we can, have some more grant writing or some more professional development opportunities for our local artists. And then start to make some projections for next year or make a case for, asking for certain things. That would be great if we could all start to have that conversation.
I'm sorry, when did you say you wanted that conversation?
I'd love to have that conversation in January, but February is fine, because I know that there's probably a lot of things to do. I'm not sure when the budget gets sent to.
The city budget? Typically, those budget meetings start happening in February with the community. So they're kind of finalized, but a lot of those numbers do get finalized around March, and then there's a June budget that gets approved for the first reading. So February, it's good timing.
Okay, all right, perfect, yeah, so we can anticipate that. And I think that's it, then we're looking forward to reactivating our steering committee in January, hopefully, and having, a little kickoff to actually implementing. Ideally, we should have monthly reporting in some way, either on the city website, or we could maybe agree to share it on our own Facebook pages or something. But it'd be good if we had a regular update. Maybe we can talk about that in the subcommittee so that it's like, February, this is what we've done this year, education, So, that's it. So thank you.
I still
Yes.
have one more question.
No,
I'm so
please.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
All the questions are welcome.
Questions are
Yes.
good.
So I know that we've gone through various iterations of interim city managers. Like now that we have one, like permanently, do we have any idea like where he stands on our commission and like what we're trying to accomplish?
Maybe we can get him to come to one of our meetings.
Okay.
Okay, we can definitely get him to invite him to one of the meetings.
And I guess related to that, when is the next economic committee meeting so that we can kind of get an idea of what's
January 8th.
January 8th.
January 8th. That's a good date to
What
write
time?
down. January and is it
5:30 or is it 5?
5:30.
5:30.
It's here in this room.
Yeah. And I'll send you guys all invites to that.
Okay.
Okay, great.
That's on Monday, right?
Yeah.
January 8th at 5:30. Well, thank you. So, and that's called is that FedTech or is that?
Economic Development, Infrastructure, Budget, and Technology.
All that.
Edibit.
All right, great. Any more comments from commissioners?
No, no.
All right.
I promise.
Oh, no, it's welcome. It's really good to have the interest and the questions here. So thank you, everyone, again. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you all again in January. And I'm not sure what's going on with our subcommittee, because usually that's the first weekend of January, but that's kind of New Year's, so maybe we'll reschedule that for sometime later. So I look forward to continuing to work together, and thank you.
Thank you.
That's our meeting.
Have a great holiday weekend.
So don't leave.
Oh yeah, take cookies.